Welcome to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders on 1240 Radio WOMT.
And good morning, Lakeshore, and welcome back to Fine Living here on 1240 Radio WOMT each and every Monday morning with Mr. Jim Reif.
Morning, Terry. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good.
Excellent, excellent. Hey, Jim, we are continuing to talk about general contracting. And I guess my question for you, I want to kind of touch base on today is, why should an individual looking to build choose a general contractor? Maybe going back and defining what exactly a general contractor is.
Sure. Well, great point, Terry. I think a general contractor is typically individual or company that manages the entire project for you. So they're going to typically come through with a price. They're going to perform, the work that has to be done, and they're going to also bring in trade contractors that will help them with specialty things like plumbing, electrical, cabinetry possibly.
So aren't all builders, though, that general contractor, and aren't they supposed to all be in charge of all that stuff anyways?
Not necessarily. A lot of builders, smaller builders especially, don't like to take on all that responsibility and all that extra work. They're not set up for it. So the homeowner's kind of in charge of that, and that comes to be a challenge at times, especially as the economy has picked back up. And it's getting more and more difficult to get trade contractors and suppliers and such to get product to you, get over there to work on your site.
Okay. Should an individual be asking certain or specific questions to a general contractor?
They should definitely be looking at what kind of references they have. If they're state certified, you have to have a state certification for that, and that's super important because that it guarantees there's insurance there behind it, because to have your certification, you have to have a certain amount of insurance levels in place. So I think that's super important. Okay. And then you also want to ask them how they organize and schedule, your project, and that's important because delays are costly and are frustrating.
Absolutely.
And you don't want that in your project. You want things to go along and be completed so you can get back in there if it's a renovation, or if it's a new home construction, you want to be able to get there because maybe your house is closed and you're living in an apartment now and you just for temporary, but you need to get in that house because you gave notice to the landlord.
Sure. What about anything that doing with pricing or guarantees? How does something like that work?
In most cases, the general contractor is going to give you a guaranteed price. Now, that could change if you make changes, So if you add a few things, or if you choose nicer carpet instead of, the average carpet that maybe they would put in, or if you go from vinyl floors over to ceramic tile floors in bathrooms or such. So that's going to change the price. That'll constitute a change order.
If I understand correctly, if a general contractor gives you a price for a home, after you have all of those selections chosen, that price is guaranteed, even if they have maybe underestimated the labor and things like that. That's not going to come
It should
back?
be, yes. At our company, it is.
Okay.
At our company, is but it should be.
Okay. I think that's a very important thing to note. Project managing. Jim Reif Builders.
And you know what I think so neat about it is it's one call and it's all done. So you call us with your concern, your question, and it's going to get taken care of. We again schedule the project. We give you that schedule so you know what's going to go on day to day. The contractors get that. They're expected to perform to that level and get the work done in a timely manner so the project doesn't get delayed.
That one call to you guys, I think it's a key important, because I think is if there is an issue with the electrical or the plumbing or whatever, that individual does not have to go and contact those subcontractors. They contact you and Jim Reif Builders, and you guys take care of everything. That's
correct. We just have better management opportunities with those trade contractors because we work with a lot of them all the time. And they're professional, and they know we're professional, and how important it is for them to be there on a timely basis.
I would imagine it's a lot less stressful for an individual to work
in
one company rather than a lot.
I feel it is. And I think people are understanding that because our business continues to grow. But there's still people out there that think they can do all that and realize that at the end the projects drag on and on and on, and that's unfortunate.
Jim, I know you had a recent comment on your Facebook page, which we want to encourage listeners to go and like. What was the comment?
We did some remodeling for some folks, a nice kitchen project for them. And the lady was real apprehensive about doing it. She wanted it done, was all worried about how the process was going to go, how it was going to look. And we did a lot of things with her 3D, putting the schedule together, and it turned out really nice, and she's so pleased. And she put a little comment on Facebook on how patient they were, because she was a nervous person, and how everything went, how everything looked. So it's really neat to see those
good
comments.
stuff. Jim, where can people get a hold of Jim Reif Builders?
Well, Terry, they can look us up on the web, jimreifbuilders.com. Always call us at 684-6899. We'd love to hear from you. And check us out on Facebook if you have a chance.
Thanks for listening to Fine Living, presented by Jim Reif Builders, the leader in new construction and remodeling here on the Lakeshore. Let their vision enrich your lifestyle. Tune in again next week for another episode of Fine Living on 1240 Radio, WOMT. To learn more, visit jimreifbuilders.com.